So what do you do when it's already raining outside and you realize there's a bunch of crap on your car? People are gonna be like, this guy is washing his car in the rain. That's okay. That's okay. Welcome to the video, guys. I hope you like the little intro clip of me washing the car while while it's raining outside. Basically, I did a Q&A on Instagram, which you should be following me right there. Follow me on the grammar. And I would never do these Q&As. I don't do fitness-related stuff because honestly, when people put up these Q&As where they're fitness-related, I get bored watching them and I would get bored making them. So I don't do them. I just don't do them. So I screenshotted a couple of questions that I thought would be good ones for this from Instagram. So we're just going to kind of dive in. Gonna go head first. Let's see. What is your biggest passion before lifting? I'd love to hear that. You know, whenever you get into passion, whenever you get into like your hobby or whatever it is, you want to be dedicated to it and you want to go all in, honestly, because you don't want to get into something and just kind of put half the amount of effort into it. Because generally, when I get into things, I try to do really well at them and try to almost. It's not like be better than other people that do it, but I want people to be like, he knows what he's doing with this hobby, or you know, he's skilled at what he wants to do. So I did skateboarding, and then I did a lot of Jeeps. If you guys want to search my old Jeep videos, I have a YouTube channel way back in the day. It's called ZJ95 Maxx, and it's my old. All the videos are on there. It'll be like old Jeep footage of my huge Jeep that I used to put a lot of time in, but. You know, a lot of hobbies you get out of, it's either, a time, a money commitment, your friends get out of it, it's just not feasible for you to do in your life at the time, so it's unfortunate, but I think in the future I might get back into Jeeps, because I still have like my welder, and I can still make cages and stuff, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Rachel Martin, hey! Favorite movie? I don't think I've answered this. There's many different categories, but I would say my favorite, mi favorito, which is my favorite in Spanish, I would say it would be Dumb and Dumber, which I'm excited and hopefully don't get disappointed about the sequel coming up next month. We're excited about that. Let's see, are you planning to live a long time in Virginia? I think there's another question I'm going to answer. I'm going to go ahead and do a twofer, and that is like, at what point do you feel that you should move out? Honestly, we'll go with the moving out thing first. You move out when you're ready to move out, when you can afford it. Now, I have friends that live at home. I've had friends that have lived at home for a long time, and that's their own personal decision, and they may say, whatever, but if you can afford to move out, it's just something that you should do in your life, because you're going to learn a lot, and it's just almost the next step in your life. It's going to be the next stage, in your chapter of life. And I know some people will say that they love their parents so much that, they don't want to move out because they love their parents. And that's great. Guess what? I love my mother just as much as when I lived there, but I'm sure the mother bird also loves her baby bird, chirp chirp, when it pushes it out the nest, and it kicks it, because it's just part of life. You move out, you're not going to see your parents as much, you can talk to them, visit them, but you got to do your own thing. You got to experience life, and a lot of that is honestly moving out and growing up. But do it when you can afford it. Don't live beyond your means. So don't try to live a more lavish lifestyle than you can afford. So don't try to make it appear like you have more money if you don't have more money. And am I planning to stay in Virginia long term? I've always said that anywhere you go is going to be the same thing. It's going to be a new experience. I'd say you should move for a couple reasons. If you need to get away from the people that you're surrounding yourself with because they are either holding you down or they just not are a good source of influence, or you have a job. You move for a job reason. If you move to Europe and stuff, that's cool if you want to, experience that. But like moving to Alabama or something just to move, it's interesting because there's going to be Walmarts everywhere. There's going to be Lowe's everywhere. As soon as you be there and you're there for 6 months, you're going to go to the same places all the time. But some people are moving. I would move out of Virginia. I like Texas. I like Florida. I like the Carolinas. I like Atlanta, I guess. But really I have no reason to move. I have a great job. I have great friends here. A lot of my friends are moving. But I really like Texas. Just because Christian's there. No. But really. Do you make more money from your career job or more from selling fitness apparel on YouTube. They're two different things. I make more at my job, a significant amount more at my job. You don't make that much doing the YouTube thing. Now the apparel, when it comes in, the apparel you make good money, okay? But because I don't rely on that, I made a video where I said like I can keep my profits down. So I try to keep it the same price or lower than other people's. But you can make a lot of money on clothing and apparel, but you need to think long term. You don't want to do things. It's kind of like, I think I did a video a long time ago where I was like people who were bartending or babysitting, and they almost gloat about how much money they're making. You know, I made $700 this weekend, or I made so much money babysitting. It's like, unless you need to make money where you want to stay for a long time, because if you are babysitting for your entire college career and then you get out and your only experience is in childcare, then I hope you want to have a career in childcare, or you know someone, because if that's your experience, you can't get blinded by the money. I believe it's like a Drake song. Drake, my boy, where it's the money's coming in every night and they're blinded. I believe it's Houston and Vegas. Go look that up. Sleepy Time playlist right there. So you can make a good amount from shirts at one point, but it's like, unless you're going to be selling shirts, they're not always going to sell out right at the beginning. They're not always going to be like, sell out, sell out, sell out. I hope so, because I'd love to turn Everforward into a brand. I'd love to turn it into a thing that you guys, walk in and you're like, Everforward. My boy Maxx started that. So that's that. One of the new shirts coming out, I hope to have them in my hand by the end of the month. And I never really get into details of how many I've ordered, but let's just say that the last stock, which sold out in about an hour and 45 minutes, I have over double that. So I'll announce it all before I make the video, but there'll be a video that's up. And if you see me wearing a shirt, like doing some crazy pose with the shirt on, it's probably that video. But I announce it. Follow my social medias because I post that kind of stuff there. Hey, look, Tony's girlfriend, do you think I should make a YouTube channel? I'll kind of broaden this out of like anyone. I get so many, people that like want to collab or show me, I want to get you a video. You need to do it for the right reasons. You need to do it for organic reasons. You need to do it because you love it. You like motivating people. You like inspiring people. You like helping people. You like entertaining people. Do it because you love it. And if you make videos, people will watch it. If you make good content, but you have to be unique. You have to have something about you. You have to have, you got to have things about you that stand out than the norm, and it's hard. It was hard for me to get into the game, and I'm still a small YouTuber. I mean, I think I'm growing, and I'm keeping up with the big guys, hopefully, and I hope you guys are liking me. But it's so hard to get into this fitness thing because it's just so saturated to the point where like everything's been done. So figure out what hasn't been done or what can be done better, and do it. So basically, come in with be skinnier than me and stronger than me and be funnier than me, and then you'll take over my YouTube job. No more Maxx. Do I ever think about throwing personal finance stuff on my channel? How I bought the new Jeep and I get, buying an apartment. I get this question a lot too, where people ask me that they think that like I have a lot of money. And I made a video in the last Q&A where I've said, be smart with your money. Don't throw away your money. Don't live outside your means. So the reason I can afford these things is because I didn't spend my money on stupid stuff in like high school and college, and I'm frugal. All my friends will call me cheap. Everyone will think I'm calling cheap because, if I can get $3 back on something, if I can return something and get it for $2 cheaper somewhere else, I'm going to do it because that, and they call it cheap. I call it I'm smart with my money, and that's why I can afford things that I want. Just be smart. Don't live beyond your means. Don't try to buy things to impress other people. Do things because you want them, you feel you've earned them, and you're at a point in your life where like you're ready to have a grown-up responsibility enough to have a car payment or have an apartment to yourself. It's just, it takes a lot of time to get into that, and it's good to have a cushion to fall back on. I think you maybe want like, 6 months. If you didn't have a job or didn't have any income coming in for 6 months, you could live for 6 months. So that should be an example. So take whatever money you owe right now, and you should have it in checkings or savings or whatever, enough to live for 6 months without, if you couldn't live any income. But hopefully everyone has a great, prosperous, successful career. I'm trying to wrap this up. What is this? What is that? What is that? How long do y'all want these? Let me know if you like these, because what made me want to move out on my own? Again, I talked about that, and I guess the reason moving in by myself, I'm like a homebody. Is that the right word? I'm like a little hermit crab. But I don't mind being by myself, so I won't mind living alone. Also, I get a lot of questions about if I should do like fashion stuff, because people see like my watch and my stuff. This stuff doesn't cost that much money. I guess it's like higher name brand, but I get it from like outlets, and I get like deals online for watches, and I get them on eBay used. It's okay to get used stuff. Here's a good question to kind of finish out the video, I think. It's a long question. Basically, it's asking about relationships and how do you... Basically, if you go through a lot of things and you almost want to be reserved for other relationships and you can't let other people in. I've gone through this, guys. Sometimes you'll go through times where people will hurt you, or just things happen in past relationships and you almost take that out on the future people. So if someone has really hurt you in the past, or someone has established how they are, you assume that everyone's like that. And you almost close off anyone from getting in because you're afraid to get hurt again. And you just can't. Life is so short, and enjoy the relationships you have, and also just, if things don't work out, it'll be okay. I promise you guys. You will find someone else, and you will be happy. You won't be alone. But sometimes I've said in videos, just take some time to yourself. Don't always be looking, because when you least expect it, that's when you're going to find the person that you are going to be crazy about, and that's how it should be. And don't always assume that everyone is the same, even if it's happened multiple times. Give everyone a clean slate. Whatever has happened in the past to that person, let it be in the past. Okay, don't go asking about their past. Don't go asking about, things you don't want to know, because it'll make you insecure or it'll make you hesitant to. So just live life and have a great time. Well, all right, last question. This is wrap it up. If you guys are still here, let me know. What is my full-time job? I basically work in IT staffing. My job is to find other people's jobs. So basically, I look at resumes all day. Sounds boring, but I like it. I love the people I work with. I love the company I work for, and it's a good time. And people ask me if I'm ever gonna stop doing my job for YouTube. I doubt it, because I can balance it all, and I try to be just as successful at my job as I am at YouTube. So I never, as much as I think about YouTube and stuff, when I'm at my job, I try to be successful, and I try to make sure that the people, the C-level executives, my boss and stuff, that they're, respecting me, and I'm doing well at my job, and I'm performing well, and for my job, I get people hired, and if I'm placing people on a consistent basis, then I'm succeeding. And no matter what you do, no matter what avenue you get in your life, be successful at it, give it your best, 110%. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully these Q&As, I don't do them too often, because you don't want to sit here for 12 minutes and listen to me talk, but hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up, help spread the channel. And Monday, we got squat PR. Ooh. Thank you guys.
Well, see you later.